Well, what do we have here? It's a big old box from Temu full of stuff that I'm going to show to you and demonstrate and make content with, because that's what I do here is I make content with things that are shipped to me. And what was shipped to me this time? Well, I put in an order for patch cables. I'm going to do a patch cable demo. We're gonna find out what patch cables sound like. Are you excited? I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Oh my goodness, here we go. We got a lot of boxes in here. What is this? This doesn't look like patch cables. Oh yeah! I padded out the order a little bit. And I ordered an electric Kalimba. It was, okay, it is electric. Okay, good. Oh, that scared me. I thought it wasn't going to be electric for a moment, but it is electric. It's got a plug right there. That might be fun. It's acrylic too, and it looks like a bear. It comes with a case and a cable and a bunch of, it comes with stuff. What is this little thing gonna be? Oh yeah! Lauren asked me to order her a disco ball. So I got her this little disco ball planter thing. You can put your plants in it. It's a disco ball. Isn't that fun? Before I get too far into this, I need to read the call to action so Teemu will pay me. That's important, right? Getting paid, doing the stuff that, you know, Teemu wants me to do so they'll cut me a check. Call to action. Download Temu app to get $100 coupon bundle. https://temu.to-m-uthsdwp7zhh or search my code parentheses DKS 5344 on Temu app to claim. All right, now I can get paid. Good news, right? We can continue on with the rest of the show. Oh, no way. It's another disco ball. That's a bigger one. It's not a planter though, it's just a disco ball. So far, no patch cables. Is this gonna be the patch cable video that I thought it was gonna be? Another disco ball. Three disco balls so far, guys. This is shaping up to be a fun video, isn't it? Oh, you're not gonna believe it. Disco balls. Disco balls. We got more disco balls here. Disco balls of all sizes. Any guesses? It's patch cables. No, it's not. It's another disco ball. Because of course it is. Why would it be anything else? I'm having a great time here. Are you having a good time? Is this a good video? Okay, now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of the video. We've got a single flat patch cable here. All right, I thought there was gonna be a pack of these, not just one. We have this gold foil pack with some pancake cables in there. We do have patch cables. Patch cables are confirmed. We've got some plasticky Radio Shack style patch cables here. This feels like it'll probably be patch cables as well. It's a TRS cable. Did I order this? I don't remember. Apparently I ordered this. Oh man, the worst thing. you could plug into any pedal is one of these little connector guys here. Got one of those because why not? Here's some braided patch cables. Those feel heavy duty. And then my contact at Temu decided that they would just throw a couple extra things onto the order. We've got a keychain set here that I would never order for myself. 2 little electric guitar keychains. Do guitarists buy stuff like this for themselves? I know we get these sorts of things as gifts on Christmas and birthdays and stuff like that from well-meaning family members that have no idea what the heck to get us. But yeah, I wouldn't order these for a video myself, but Temu decided that I needed to have them. And another thing in that vein, a weird little guitar lamp acrylic thing here. Let's see if I can plug it in to demonstrate this nonsense. There we go, guys. Just the thing that you guys watch videos to see. Little plastic LED lamp things with strats on them. Thanks, Temu. I guess I'll put this back here for the duration of the video so you can see it there. All right, let's crack these open and see what we got. What are we working with here? How am I going to make a video out of patch cables? Everyone has their own preferred style of patch cable that they like to use. These are really not my favorite. I don't like a patch cable that's super beefy like this and thick and stiff. And I don't like these big plugs, but if they work, they work. And some of you might love this sort of setup here. They look like they are constructed all right. We've got some heat shrink around the soldered bits here. I think it feels like a strong enough, beefy enough patch cable. How do you guys strength test your patch cables? Do you just like tear at them and pull at them and see if they break? We've got some colorful patch cables here. Yellow, red, green, black, blue, and purple. I'm actually a big fan of pancake plugs, so I'm curious to check these out. They're gold on one side and black on the other. I wonder which of these colors will sound the best. As we all know, you know, the color indicates different tonal values, and we'll be exploring all that as the video goes. More colorful patch cables here so that we can explore even more tonal color variations with our patch cables. These are taking me back. This is making me feel nostalgic for when I first started playing guitar and I had a Radio Shack budget and I was buying all my cables from Radio Shack. And these things, you know, like I've had a bunch of these over the years, these plastic style patch cables. I give them 6 months to a year before they start crapping out. That's been my experience with this style construction. But maybe these ones are a lot better than what I used to get from Radio Shack. And they'll last a lifetime. I'll be handing them down to my great-great-grandchildren and their great-great-grandchildren. We'll be keeping them in the family forever and ever. And then for some reason, one single flat style patch cable, I don't think I would have ordered just one. Is that what I did? I can't remember. And then what looks like a 3-foot TRS cable that I ordered for some reason. I don't remember doing a lot of this. Apparently I ordered disco balls. And then finally, the pedal killer. The thing you should never put between two pedals. One of these guys here, Colin Scott did a video on these years ago that blew up big time. Maybe this video will blow up big time. Do you think that there's enough going on in this video for it to blow up big time, go viral? You think my patch cable video is gonna go viral? All right. Get rid of the trash. Start thinking about what I'm gonna do. How am I gonna demonstrate patch cables? I guess I'm gonna have to plug them into pedals and stuff, right? Play music through them. So I've got a small pile of pedals here that I've been meaning to get around to filming and showing off, so might as well do it in this video, right? First of all, I've got the Chase Bliss Audio Mood version 2, the Mark II Mood. Been wanting to film that thing. I've got a pedal that I bought late one night. I think over the holidays. I was staying up late, I'd had a few drinks, I was cruising Reverb, and I saw this thing pop up. I was like, well, I want to check that out. It's from Russia. PSHC pedals. It is some sort of reverb gain sort of thing. I have plugged it in, I have tried it, and I'm ready to show it off. It's fun. It's a fun, dirty reverb. Then we've got this guy right here from Shoneswood. This was sent to the podcast, and we unboxed it recently, and I've just been itching to try it. Look at it. It's made out of skateboard deck. The entire case is made out of skateboard deck, guys. Super, super cool. So we're gonna check that out. And then a pedal that I've had in a box for way, way, way too long. This is from Rev. It was given to me at Sweetwater's Gear Fest last year. It is the Chat Breaker. It is a drive pedal designed by AI. We're getting into AI pedals here. I'm sure I don't need to read the manual on that one. I'm going to start out with the Guild Polera. I covered this recently and I like it and I want to play it some more. Maybe I'll try a bunch of different guitars this video. Why not? We're demoing patch cables. We have to show what, different guitars sound like through different patch cables. What should we start with here? Start with these beefy guys. See what these sound like. Of course, I'm playing through the Two Princeton's rig. Let's get started. There was a note that came with this guy right here from Shoneswood. This is the Shoneswood Mean Prick. I like it already. It's got a mean knob, an LED, a volume, and an on-off silly. It says silly right there. This is a deck from Tiki Room Skateboards in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Now go hula hoop. Made in December 2023. Hey fellas, greetings from Canada! My pal Jose suggested I send you one of my pedals for fun. I thought you might enjoy this particular skateboard. Keep doing what you do, your Canadian pal, something Shone. Sorry, I don't know your name. I can't read it. It might be like Ken or Kim or Kevin, something with a K. I know there is a K involved. But what does it do? That's the neck on a split coil single setting. Here is the bridge. Before we turn it on, let's comment on the tone of this patch cable first. Sounds a little out of tune. I'll try to fix it on the guitar side, but I can make no promises for the tuning ability of the patch cable. Without the pedals even on, I'm starting to pick up some interesting, audio qualities of this patch cable. You can hear it's mostly dark. Little flecks of blue throughout like the upper, high, middle, mid-range. Yeah, on the bridge pickup, you could definitely hear those little flecks of blue. There's a stiffness to this patch cable as well. You can really hear that stiffness. Like, listen to the low end and tell me I'm wrong. All right, time to check out this pedal. What's it gonna be? A 2-knob pedal with a foot switch built into a wooden box made out of skateboard decks. It could be anything. Like, it could literally be anything. It could be an overdrive, it could be a fuzz. It's probably a fuzz, right? It's called the mean prick. It's not gonna be a gentle little thing. It could be a delay pedal or a reverb or a phaser. There's so many things it could be, but it's probably gonna be a fuzz. The suspense is killing me. Sounds dirty. Starting to feed back. This is the volume, and this is the mean. All right. All right. And that little bit of feedback there, it confirmed what I was saying about the patch cable. The tight, like stiff lows. I'm learning a new riff. You like it? That's the rest of it. It's a good riff. I'll tab it out for you guys. I won't. Starting to like it on the lower gain setting. That's all the way down. I know we're supposed to be checking out patch cables. But this pedal's sounding pretty good. I know the patch cable's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. But if you know me, and you know my sonic tastes, you know that I like hard, clippy, torn speaker, broken sounding fuzzes. And this is living in that territory. We're receiving a message. I've decoded it. It's a request. Homeworld is requesting Dwayne Eddy. That's interesting. Might as well make this video a parade of guitars and pedals. This is my beloved Hallmark Sweepwing. This is my main guitar in my surf band. Might as well use it to show off a reverb, right? Once again, this is made by AHAJII pedals. You can find them by searching for them on the internet. I bought this one off their reverb shop. Now this one's interesting. This situation is interesting because the patch cable is running into the pedal. We're not hearing this pedal filtered by the patch cable as we were with this pedal. We're hearing the guitar filtered by the patch cable and hearing how it affects the sound of the guitar before being fed into the reverb pedal. And then of course, after establishing a bass line in between these two pedals, I'll start swapping in a bunch of these other patch cables here, just so we can see what the sonic differences are. Fun trail on that. Let's start exploring what this pedal is and what it does. It's got a volume control, obviously, a gain control, which is interesting for a reverb pedal. You can really hear those flecks of blue in that patch cable pushing those twangy high upper mids. All the way out so you can just hear the drive. the gain out. And now we'll start exploring that reverb. We've got a tone control here, a mix control. You can go all the way wet if you want. It's got a drip to it. You have to dial that mix in pretty stiff to get that drip, but it is there. It's interesting because it has this little drippy quality to it. But the rest of it, the trail of it, the main body of the reverb is not what I would classify as a traditional surf reverb. But you want to sound a little different in the surf scene? Do something a little bit differently. I think this thing's kind of fun. Also, it's got a momentary switch here to max out the reverb trail. I need the hand. Give a hand to the hand. Major part of the channel here, the hand. One of the best things I ever did is build this thing. time to do some patch cable comparisons. Let's, just to make sure that we're, you know, reproducing the same exact sounds and same exact notes as we test these patch cables, let's try out this little electric Kalimba thing. If I can get the tie off of here. Got it. All right, it came with its own adapter cable that goes from a headphone plug to a 1/4-inch plug. Let's see if it works. It's got some sort of little microphone right here underneath the bear. All right, we've got sound. I'm just gonna test the middle C on here. Unfortunately, it looks like this thing is out of tune. Like it's close, but it needs to be dialed in a little bit. Everything's a little bit sharp on it. I'm not gonna do it now, but it's definitely not ready for performance as it is. All right, that gives us a pretty decent impression of the sonic range of this for comparison's sake. Let's try this little flat patch cable now. Darker tone throughout, shorter response across that note. But we'll help it out with some reverb. Interesting. It is interesting to hear the sonic differences just in patch cables. Just so dramatic in between these two. This one's got a shorter length to the frequencies, and this one has those blue flecks and those high upper, lower, middle mids. Now we're gonna try a few different colors. Not all the different colors. I just want to demonstrate the sonic differences in between colors. So we'll do the difference in between purple and green. I think this will be very apparent to everyone at home. See? Like even just versus these two, like world of difference. Exactly what I expected. All right, and now the purple. Like, hold on to your seats. This is gonna amaze you. You've never thought about patch cables this way before. This is a professional tip. Like, I learned this from Josh Scott. And Robert Keeley was there, and he just nodded his head like, yeah, that's true. You hear that? Totally different than the green. It's darker. The frequencies are all different. There's a reason why these are color-coded. You'll notice most of the time on the channel here, I just use flat black cables because I'm trying to do the best representation of like a middle of the road sort of tone, not colored at all. And that's what I'm going for because I'm trying to demonstrate products to you. If I wanted to spice up my signal, then I would use colored patch cables like this. And you can hear why. Can't tell me that doesn't sound totally different from the green one. And then we'll do some colors from this from these pancake plugs here. Got a lot to choose from. Maybe I should do a comparison against the black so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. Let's do black versus yellow, a classic comparison. I know, I'm sorry to everyone who's been waiting for this part of the video for so long. I was fudging around, exploring these petals just to, you know, set up this important part of the video. I've got timestamps down below. It's already too late. Yeah, hopefully you figured that out before you got to this part of the video. See what I mean? Black patch cable. I mean, this one's a little fancy because they've got, you know, gold plating. So there is a little bit of extra heat on the edges. Let's try it with reverb. That's just that flat response, middle of the road, no fancy personality going on with the signal path. It's just what a black patch cable sounds like. Oh! Almost forgot the fuzz test. It's so important. And now as a comparison, the yellow patch cable. Are you ready? Less output. Which is what you can expect from yellow patch cables. A little mellower than I expected. They must not be following, you know, complete accurate specs on these yellow patch cables. Should be a little brighter, but this patch cable is darker than I would expect from a yellow patch cable. Fuzz test. Do you hear that? I heard it too. We've got the TRS cable here, and we've got, where did it go? Oh, this little joiner cable. Was there something I'm missing? This is a TRS cable. If you don't know what TRS means, I'm about to explain it to you. It means tip, ring, and sleeve. You see there's 3 different parts of this cable tip versus this TS cable that is just tip and sleeve. What does the ring do? Well, the ring indicates that this cable is married. I mean, you hear that? You can tell that it's a married cable. Yeah, that's what a married cable sounds like. Classic example. And then this thing. Oh man, I don't like these. The problem with these is that you're supposed to use them in between 2 pedals that are alike, that are similar to each other, so that they just fit in. Like you see that this won't even connect when they're on the ground together. You put them like oh, that feels wrong and dirty. I need to get like a stunt pedal to do this with. I'll be right back. I'm not even going to sound test this because I'm just going to tell you, never buy these. You saw that it doesn't connect these correctly because they're different heights and you're just going to put a lot of stress on the pedal. This is a best case use scenario here. Joining together 2 pedals of the same build style, so they're the same elevation. But even with this going on, you don't want to do this because your pedals are now physically joined together. Any stress right there is putting stress not only on that plug that is hard metal, but also on the jacks, which have wires soldered to them, or they're soldered directly to a circuit board, or you're just gonna mess up the sides of the metal or something like that. And also, you might be thinking like, well, once it's on my board, it's fine, right? Once it's on your pedal board and attached to Velcro, how are you gonna get these off without putting major stress on this connection? You're gonna be pulling on these and it's just gonna be like, just like, and you're just stressing the whole thing out. And like, if I really hated these pedals, I could demonstrate breaking them right now, but I don't hate them that much. And I'm not just gonna do videos to do stupid, silly little stunts. I'm not gonna do stunts in the videos where I like just destroy stuff just to do it. That would be irresponsible. I've never done that before and I never will, but in this case, I definitely won't. But yeah, don't buy these. I'm not even gonna test it. I might need that later. So what now? Now we know what all these different patch cables sound like. I mean, I didn't show all the colors of the patch cable rainbow here, but I showed you some solid examples of what different colored patch cables do sound like, how they perform in a real use environment. Let's use these other two pedals, the chat breaker and the mood, to build a rig around combining these patch cables in a tonefully creative way. So I'm gonna build out some sort of ridiculous stereo rig here or something so that we can see a professional demonstration of how to use a selection of patch cables like this. We're back! I've been spending way too much time over here putting together what I consider to be a professional example of how to demonstrate the tonal characteristics and differences in between patch cables and where to put them in your signal path to get the most out of the tonal characteristics of your patch cables. As you can see, I'm running direct into the mean prick fuzz here, a woven patch cable. Going from that into the chat breaker, this is going to give us those flecks of blue on those mid, upper, low mids, and a stiffer low end. It's firmer than the sound from other patch cables. You really want that pushing into your drive. And then out of the chat breaker, I want to brighten that up a little bit. I want to make it feel, you know, like it's got some energy to it, some gusto. So I'm running a green patch cable into the Flower Petals Sunflower Tremolo here. This is where things get interesting because this is a stereo tremolo and it is splitting the signal. You'd think splitting the signal, you want to have the same color from your patch cables, leaving that. No, this is where things get interesting. This is where a professional tonesmith makes creative decisions. I have split into the red Radio Shack style cable and a yellow pancake style cable, giving each side a slightly different personality, a different tonal characteristic. It's going to be painfully obvious when you hear it in the stereo mix here. Going into the A-Labs Nova Drift, this is a multi-modulation pedal. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm just happy to have it there. Then of course, going into the Chase Bliss Mood. This thing's a freak. Like, you want to make weird, freaky, loopy, granular, gritty, glitchy little sounds. This is it. Unfortunately, I didn't think ahead. This uses TRS. That means it prefers married patch cables going into it. I did have the one that I ordered, but I needed a second one. I have an adapter here to adapt from the 2 plugs into a TRS. This is not from Temu. Please ignore this black cable. I did choose a black cable just so that it would be completely character-free, no personality on that. It's not adding or subtracting anything from the signal. That's as flat as you can get. So coming out of here, another one of those adapters into the Earthquaker Devices Avalanche Run, which is my in-between box going into the two Princetons. And of course, I'm sure I'll turn it on at some point as well. So let's start exploring this signal path here. And this guitar that is blending perfectly into my Surfajet shirt is the Rondo SX Liquid, loaded with 3 P90s and an aftermarket trim on here. I've got a Descendant trim on it. I doubled the value of this guitar just by putting a trim on it. Here is that fuzz. Now the chat breaker. I haven't tried this before, but Derek from Rev told me that they punched a couple things into ChatGTP and it farted out the schematic for this. And then they took it to their circuit guy and he was like, well, it designed a blues breaker for you, but it won't work. It's messed up. So I could fix the circuit for you and then we could make it. And they said, yeah, do that, which kind of shows you exactly how AI works. There has to be a skilled person working with it, or it's really not that great for really anything other than, you know, kicks and giggles and stuff like that. But, you know, it's going to be, AI is a big issue right now. And my prediction for the future is it's going to be a tool used by people who have developed a skill to use AI in ways that make sense. How's this going to sound though? Nice, I like it. Good job, Rev. I mean, the compliments really belong to ChatGTP, though. I mean, you know, that AI did all the real work. I'll leave that on for now. Into the stereo trim, which will be panning back and forth in between the two Princetons. Ooh, it's seasick time. Buckle up, take your Dramamine. I'm interested to hear how this sounds getting sampled in stereo by the Mood. I almost forgot! The A-Labs is sitting right here. We gotta use this. Stereo ring modulator. Why not? Let's see what the Mood can do with it. what using two different colored patch cables is doing for this. It might be more apparent if I was able to run those two after the move into the avalanche run, but let's see what that avalanche run does using black cable with this married cable going into it. Do you guys feel that? It's like there's like raw electricity in the air. I've got goosebumps right now. This video is going to win an award. Like best music instrument demonstration video on YouTube 2024. Like I can feel it coming. There's no way no one else is going to be able to outdo this. Like this is it, guys. Like I peaked. This is my peak. It's all downhill from here. What am I going to do with the rest of my life knowing that I've already climbed my Everest? I gotta pull up that thing again to do the business. We've had a lot of fun here. This has been an incredibly informative video. We've all learned a lot. We had a lot of fun along the ways, but I do have to pay bills. Thankfully, a charitable organization like Temu stepped in to make this content possible. Here's the call to action. Download Temu app to get a $100 coupon bundle. https://TEMU.TO//UTHSDWP7ZHH. You got that? You type that in? Or search my code, in parentheses here, DKS5344 on Temu app to claim. So huge thanks to Temu for making this all possible. Thanks to everyone out there in audience land for making it to the end. I know it's a lot to absorb. There was a lot of technical information, a lot of professional jargon. I'm sure you're all going to need to hit the thesaurus and the dictionary and the library after this to study up, to process what you learned. But thank you for sticking it out and learning with me. I'm happy to spread knowledge. I have a wealth of knowledge as far as signal path science and technology goes, and I feel confident that I've left us all in a better place now, that we can understand just exactly what to expect and how to use patch cables creatively. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.